What is a timeline? Why should we want to shift timelines? And how do we do it? Let's jump in. So I'm going to tune into spirit and I'm going to explain it to you guys the way I see it. So you could envision a timeline as a succession of moments held together by a vibration, like a string moving through these moments and connected to an entity. This connection is based off of the entity's vibration. As this entity moves through their life experience, they're pulled in the direction of these moments, and they are experiencing these moments as they move through their life. So there are trillions of different timelines that one can experience as an individuated aspect of God. When I do a psychic reading for someone, I normally see 2 to 3 main potentials. I see one very strong one most of the time, or sometimes I may see 2 that are very strong, and there's going to be a critical point where they have to make a decision, and that timeline is going to split. And then I can see one that's also strong, but typically there's 1 or 2 that's stronger. We came here to experience our highest potential timeline, our highest potential life experience. These moments, or these succession of moments, are really just our life that we're experiencing. To go even further, there is really no moments. There is just one moment that you're moving through. So you can actually, I would revise and say it's one moment that you're moving through, being pulled together by this thread. But you could also look at it like a succession of moments, because we're experiencing life in a moment-to-moment fashion. So how do we shift into these succession of moments, or this moment held together by a thread that's pulling us in this direction and through these different experiences? These timelines also represent different realities. So as you are shifting timelines, you're shifting your entire reality. And one of the best ways I find to do this is by making a drastic change. So for example, if you have a bad habit, stop the habit today. Just stop it. Whether it's smoking, drinking, sex, whatever it is, stop it today. And you're going to shift that timeline. Let's say it's a job that you're in. Leave the job. If it's a marriage that you're in, leave the marriage if you know that's right for you. Make drastic changes in your life. Stick to them as commitments, and you will shift your timelines. Another way of shifting a timeline is by healing. As you shift the vibrations within you, you shift timelines. Depending on how big the vibration is depending on how big the shift is going to be. If you shift a smaller vibration within you, like for example, let's say you shift the vibration, or you heal something like a belief system, and this belief system is centered around, you think as a woman that men are misogynistic. If you shift that belief, depending on how that belief has impacted your life and the source of that belief, if it's coming from a trauma or if it's coming from social conditioning, depends on how drastic your shift is going to be in your life, and also how drastic the timeline shift is going to be. So you can either shift lining up with events that were coming up, like maybe you would have manifested a misogynistic man in your life. Typically you will, if you have that type of viewpoint. Or if it's coming from a really, that would be social conditioning, for example. If it's coming from a really deep trauma, then you can shift your entire timeline by taking a month, 2, 3 months to really work hard on releasing that emotion or healing that emotion. And really how you're healing it is you're embracing it and pulling it into your consciousness, pulling it into your being. And as it pulls in, it absorbs and becomes you. It becomes an actualized and more realized version of you. The other way I would say we shift timelines is by changing our thoughts and belief systems. Emotions have a bigger impact on our life experience. Thoughts create emotions, but the emotions have a bigger impact. The feelings have a greater impact than the thoughts. So if you want to shift your timeline using this approach, you start to focus more positively. Think more positively. Look at life from the positive perspective. That means that as you are experiencing your life, whether it's hardship or challenges or love, joy, you're embracing all of these experiences as equally valid and equally valuable. You're shifting your perception to look for the positive in everything. Even if you can't find an immediate positive, you know that it's in there, and that is the positive in that situation. As we embrace life experiences and we focus positively, our thoughts and thinking pattern changes. Our belief systems change. A focus and a change in our emotional body. A positive focus equals a positive mind and shifts your vibration into new experiences and into a new timeline. Thank you guys for joining me for another video. I want to invite you to like and subscribe for more spiritual guidance. And if you want to work with me one-on-one doing spiritual development, you want to get a psychic reading, or if you want to do real healing, or if you want spiritual mentoring, visit my website at kbspirituallife.com. Thank you all.